Hi, I'm Holly B with Patrick here, and we are set for AABA action today from Academy USA in Glendale, California, USA. And we have the two great teams playing today. The gray team taking the court is Erebuni, and the yellow team, Kilikia.
Holly, I'm familiar with both these teams, Erebuni and Kilikia. They have played together for a long time. They do play in another league together, so it'll be really interesting to see what they can do here today.
And what I'm noticing right off the top is that Kilikia only has 6 players here today suited up.
I want to know Kilikia is missing probably one of their best players, if not their best scorer, Armand Pezeshkian. He's not here today. So if I'm Kilikia, I'm looking to push the tempo a little bit and maybe take some time to execute, move the ball, share it, and I think they'll be just fine.
But on the other side of the court, our great friends over here, Erebuni, they only have 6 players as well suited up so far. You know, it could be somebody late here for traffic, but so right now it's 6-on-6, 5-on-5 on the court right now, and we are in action, opening seconds of the first quarter. And the rebound to Kilikia. Jump shot no good. Rebound to Erebuni. And Erebuni with the basket, 2 points on the board for them. It's 2-0 with 9:20 left here in the first quarter. Outside jumper no good, and a rebound back the other way again.
Holly, one thing I want to know with this Erebuni team, they are relatively brand new. A lot of these guys, it's some new faces, so it's going to be interesting to see how they play together. But I know they'll be led the way by number 3, Ruben Karakulian, because Ruben, I took a look at him last game. He is one of the more sparks they've had in their loss against Avon, and he can play.
That's a 3 by Edvin Hemetsaraki.
Evan's one of those sharpshooters. If you give him any room, he'll knock it down no problem. And AABA's own Richard Omoyan finally getting his chance to get his first points. Holly, Richard is one of the most competitive guys I've seen play. He's in high school. He's played on Armenian national team when he was on the youth Armenian national team. He has a lot of experience playing in this style of basketball, so I think he will really help them out.
Well, let's see if he can tie up the game here. His team down 3-2 here in the opening moments of the first quarter here. And Richard gets the first one to go. So that ties the game 3-3 with 8:38 left.
You know, with both teams having limited amount of subs, I expect this to be a little bit more of a slower paced game than we did in the first game of Artsakh. So it's going to be interesting, for sure.
And a long 3, no good. Rebound over to Erebuni. And right down the middle of the lane, can't get that to go. That would have looked nice. It did look nice. He missed it.
Chris Armenian already with 2 good looks that just haven't been falling. He's known for being a sharpshooter, so I expect him to have a productive game today.
Nice crisp pass there, and results in a rebound for the other team.
Number 21, Arthur Karapetyan, known as Armenian Hooper in the Valley. You know, he's on social media all the time, posts his highlights. Very talented basketball player. I'm really excited to see what he's going to do here in the AABA.
A long 3, no good. But the rebound controlled by the guys in yellow, and now over to the gray team.
Looks like Kilikia is probably going to be staying in this zone. Erebuni has to be able to execute. Not aware of the clock. Shagoyan.
Gavin gets it to go.
Nice take. But I don't think he was aware of the clock. He got very fortunate there.
Beautiful shot by Gavin. And that puts them up 6-3 with 6:58 left here in the first quarter.
I like the communication I'm seeing right now from Erebuni. Something I wish I was seeing in the previous game. A nice take, Barzumanian.
Nice. Thought about pulling up for three, but they're swinging around to the other side, back across court, and oh, net. Three-pointer good. So it's a 9-5 lead now. There's a three-pointer, no good at the other end. There's Gavin.
Still staying to the
over
zone,
to
it looks like.
Artur off the left hand, no good. Only hits the glass. An easy bucket at the other end.
Good find by Rostami into Arzumanian. You know, they played together not only in the local leagues, but they did play together in high school. So this group, I think they were going to be very familiar with each other. And that might give them an advantage today.
There's nice crisp passes. Like, I don't know if you can hear it at home, but we can definitely hear it from our vantage viewpoint. You can hear their hands getting the ball. They're just very nice, crisp passes like you have in practice in high school. You know, where you teach nice crisp pass.
Exactly.
Nice control. Just fundamental basketball. And what high school was that they were at together?
They all played in Crescenta Valley together. They're known for having that historic run. But, you know, they're all friends with each other, and I think that gives such an advantage on the court. When you play for each other, you know.
And you know each other.
A little bit sloppy over here, but ultimately finds in the right hands of
right back
Arthur
in the paint
Garabitian.
and in. Nice, beautiful play by Artur Karapavian.
He is so athletic. He really knows how to finish inside.
Yeah, it makes it look easy. And all net for number 11 there.
Chris Arzumani is known for being a shooter. If you want to have a chance in this game, you have to put a hand on that. That's too easy for him.
Well, the offense seems to be working on both ends because they've been beautiful shots, but they've been very easy. Nobody is defending anything inside or outside on either end of the court right now. It's basically whoever gets the rebound or whoever makes the shot.
What a fine inside to Arzumani, but way to clog the paint there if you're Erebuni. Nice find.
2 on the shot clock, gets it to go. It's Alan Bogosian.
What a nice find, but good finish. See, we talked about
and
off-ball
beautiful back at the other end.
Again, Richard Omoyan. So what a start he's having. He looks really excited. He's usually on the sides, but I think he's super excited to play today.
Just beautiful artistic moves to the basket on both ends of the floor. And inside, not as artistic, the big guy, number 32, Simon Almoyan, getting inside and getting it done.
It's nice to see two brothers back and playing together again. I can't remember the last time. Ooh. What a charge. That's exactly what Richard's known for, Holly. Richard's known for really being a defensive pest, getting his feet on the right spots and absorbing contact every single time. And he loves it. He loves doing this.
That one doesn't go for Richard. Oh, he's going to spot up. Measured that one, and it's good. Chris Armenian.
It's so funny how basketball is nowadays. Forget the layup. If you're open, you shoot the three, apparently.
Got a defender on him that time. And all alone, though, his teammate for three.
Sion Cobra, not really known for shooting the three, but he has been working on that within the last couple of years, and he has really improved in his game. Gotta give him a lot of credit.
So 18-18 is the score. 2 minutes and 6 seconds left in the first quarter. And up ahead and all alone for Kilikia is number 24, Edwin Hamister-Raki, and that's the first time out.
Much needed timeout for Erebuni. Getting a little sloppy. Just gotta get together and just figure out what are we doing here.
But only a 2-point game with 2 minutes left in the quarter, so
Yeah, but you can't give up easy transition points. That's my biggest issue with, especially in this league too, because there are plenty of players that are athletic and they leak out. You gotta send help back at all times, essentially.
Yeah, no safety on that play at all. It was totally easy open look for him at that end. Like you said, you can't allow it, and he just doesn't want it to get out of hand. He does have, the end of the quarter timeout in 2 minutes, but doesn't want it to slip away.
Exactly.
Because somebody did not do what they were supposed to do to allow that play to happen. So.
Just want to give a shout out coming to the game, number 13, my brother, Alec. Alec's known for being a
13
sharpshooter.
gray or 13 yellow?
On Erebuni.
13 Erebuni?
Yeah.
Okay. That's your real brother?
Yeah.
Same mom and dad?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Older brother.
Wow. How about that? Have you guys played on the same team together? I know you're coaching now. Do you guys play together ever?
So in this league, we used to play. Actually, we used to play in the same team in AABA when it first started coming up. We were playing on Argos together, and we both took some time off. But now I'm coaching Argos, and he's back in Erebuni.
Oh, beautiful play. Can't get it to go, but he'll be at the line shooting too.
Holly, this is a family affair. Then Erebuni's got 2 brothers playing together. Kilikia's got 2 brothers playing together. Ejmin and Edric, number 2 and number 7. So it's really funny to see that. I don't think we've seen that in AABA recently. 2 teams where there are 2 brothers playing together.
And Armand there gets the first free throw to go. He's got one more coming to him. Edric Ostomian, I should say, gives them a 22 to 18 point lead.
Holly, one thing I want to point out, especially against a zone defense, if a team doesn't really practice together or work together, then it could be a little bit complicated. Erebuni, it seems like they haven't really had time to really practice together, so you just gotta stick to your basics when breaking down against a zone.
Puller jumper, good. It's Gavin Shahoyi.
Gavin Shahoyi is known for being a very good shooter, patient player, so look for him to be productive today.
Final minute ticking down, 12 seconds on the shot clock. An easy look at the basket. It's good by Chris Armenian. Going to be out of bounds to Kilikia. They will try to play for the final shot. Game clock and the shot clock the same. 10 seconds and ticking.
Good defense by Garabitian.
Kicks it out and lets it go. Oh, that was perfect timing right before the quarter, but couldn't get it to fall. It is a 24-20 score here at the end of one. So pretty close game, pretty fast-paced again, just like our earlier game prior to this.
Very different from the first game that we had, Holly. This is a little bit more competitive. The first game was a little bit one-sided from the start, but
well, it didn't open up. It was pretty back and forth with the 3-pointers, if you remember, but very fast-paced. The pace was a lot like this one, very fast-paced. But again, yes, that game ended up being, a 30-point victory, one-sided, win for one team. But this team, both teams are in this game.
Artsakh had a lot more talent than Gyumri City, and again, maybe it was just the body language. Maybe the score didn't reflect it, from what I remember. But it appeared that Artsakh had most of the control. But this team, or these games in particular, both teams are evenly matched for the most part. They both have the same amount of talent, but the key is, I guess, who will have more stamina, because both are short-handed today.
Yeah, but in both teams, well, I don't think they care at this moment. You got your starters on the floor. You got plenty of players, 6 players on each team right now. And it looks like 3, 4, 5. It looks like they did add one more player to Kilikia, because Kilikia had only 6 players on each team, and they've got 7 now. So it looks like maybe somebody did show up late here. So Kilikia does have 7 now. But it's been a back-and-forth game now. But not a lot of great defense, though. Everybody's been scoring pretty easily.
The player that you mentioned on Kilikia that just joined their team is Alex Zuharlan. Excuse me, Alex, if I mispronounced your name. But I've seen him play a couple times, and I played against him. He is one of the most hard-working players on this team. In my opinion, he is the heart and soul of this squad. Just the amount of effort he puts in, it does not go unsaid. I want to give him his props, and I think he'll be really great for them, as they need his energy.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the roster more closely, like you said. Every single player on the Kilikia team is from Crescent Valley High School, with the exception of one from Birmingham High School, which is Siao Kiba?
Yeah, Sion didn't play with them in CV, but he is familiar with them because they all grew up in the same community. So he's familiar with their style. And actually, Holly, this group went together in Armenia this summer and played in the Pan-Armenian Games, or Armenian Olympics. So they're familiar with their style. They practice together. They play a couple games.
Wow.
I think this should be fine.
There's a long 3, no good, but rebound and putback is good for number 3, Sue Cobra, who we were just talking about.
Sino's very active. He works very hard. I know he'll, especially when you're missing your size. If you're Kilikia, you're missing your center. So he's going to have to do a lot of the work today.
And did you notice that the clock has been getting taken down further? So remember when it first started, I was telling you it was a fast pace, a lot of shots back and forth, just quick shots taken. Last couple possessions, the clock has been taken down, almost down to the bottom.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Good observation.
So I think maybe the defense is finally getting defensive.
There is definitely
because there was a lot of easy shots. Remember, it was just kind of a quick, beautiful flare, and easy shots, making that pretty quick. And now passing them around, they're not getting that easy open look. At least not on this end here. Kilikia,
nice.
Good.
That was a nice move by Armenian to shake off Armenian.
That gives them a 7-point lead. And at the other end, an answer by number 24, Gavin Shahoya. Puts it back to 5. So 5-point lead for Kilikia. He's going to pull up, and looks like he's left-handed. I don't know if he is or not, but that looked like a left-handed shot there from outside. 28-23. Kilikia lead with 8:35 left here in the first half.
Yeah, it looks like we're having a stop for Alex to take out his chains. Oh, you know what's funny?
What's that?
Every basketball league I've gone to, every single ref has told the player, no chains, no chains. But they always seem to forget.
And they shouldn't, yeah. When they're professionals, you know what I mean? You should know. I was actually just a general manager and coach of a professional tournament game last week, and they had it in the rules. We didn't break the rules, but it was written in the rules. That's the basket by 34 Kilikia there. Alex Zaharian. And they gave, in the rules, they said there would be a technical if your uniforms weren't matching, and that's a 3-pointer. Sorry to mess up your highlights, Alex Armenian. Great shot by Alex Armenian. If I ever get the MP4, I'll take over the audio for that and cover it and fix that for you.
You know, I played against Alex so many times at the park and one-on-one when we were young. He has always been a great shooter. He works a lot on it. You gave him too much space at that point.
Shot clock violation there for Kilikia. And yeah, so what my bottom line of that story was that maybe they should enforce a technical for having the necklace on, because,
What a fine by Moyen, but couldn't convert.
I don't think you can wear a necklace in any pro league anywhere, You see guys forget their earrings maybe, but the only place I get made to take my necklace off because I don't play anymore is at the water parks. I have a gold chain with a, and there we go again, number 13, Alec Armenian. And I actually heard the net on that. All nylon for Armenian. That cuts their lead to 1, but they just tacked on 2, did Kilikia. 32-29 with 6:35 to go here in the first half. Oh. Looks pretty and became ugly, hitting the underneath side of the backboard. Nothing but net at the other end for number 11, Chris Azumamanian. Might have added an extra syllable. From the corner, nothing but nylon again. On fire, number 13, Alex Armenian.
What a start Alec and Chris have had to this game. Both 2 sharpshooters, but you gotta do a better job communicating of where the shooters are. Both
he was
players
all alone in the corner for 3. That's where he was.
Holly, I think you need to go there, take the clipboard and coach. You need to teach them a lesson.
You're the one telling.
Trust me, my own guys are giving me enough hard time as it is.
I'm seeing it after the fact. I think you're the coach and you're noticing things before they happen. I'm noticing it after it happens. So
it's pretty annoying to do that, to be very honest. You have to predict things before they happen, but even then, you're not always right.
But 3 shots in the last couple of minutes for Alex there. Is it Alec or Alex?
Alec.
It looks like the name was printed with computer ink as Alex, and you rewrote it as Alec.
They keep messing up his name. Even our own family members, they keep calling him Alex sometimes. I'm just like, come on now. You have to get it right. I know it's not my name, but come now.
Oh, back in, turn around, jumper, no good. Rebound to Erebuni. Erebuni popping up, no good, and rebound to Kilikia. A lot of back and forth here. Change of possession 4 times here. The last couple of moments.
Here, Erebuni, be a little patient here. Take your time.
Nope, that's a travel. Too many steps. And I don't think he was going anywhere in that yellow paint either. There's a bunch of yellow jerseys in that yellow paint.
Arthur Karapetian struggling a little bit. I've seen him really take over games, but another three.
Net there. Is that Chris again?
Chris once again.
Chris Armenian with the 3.
Gonna have to cover him. It's kind of that simple.
Nice passes and it's air ball.
And strong. What defense.
Taken away. But put back in by number 24, Edwin Hemisaraki.
Good patience here for Erebuni. Take
All
your
right,
time.
Alec, what you gonna do, Alec? He's gonna pass it off. And that almost looked like a travel there, but it goes for number 21, Artur Karapetian. And in and out for number 24 there. And 24 of the other team coming back the other way for Erebuni. Driving the lane, can't get that dream to go. Don't get quiet on me, Patrick. I need you.
I'm analyzing this game. It's been entertaining, a lot of back and forth. You're getting a little sloppy here. It's got to take your time if you're Kilikia. Move the ball around.
Popping up, no good.
That was
It's
a
the
nice
front of the iron. But they're controlling the boards at this end. They had about 5 shots at that end, and finally, Erebuni comes away with it. And, ooh, gets
Nice
it to go. Nice.
He is-
Artur Karapetian.
I talked about it earlier. He is a good finisher. He really knows how to just finesse his way into for a basket every time. He's got to be more aggressive. Nice take by Edwin.
Nice. Yes, great patience and got the basket in. Got the ball in the basket. Edwin Kemisaraki.
But where is the communication there? There's got to be some communication.
Yeah, he was all alone on that play for sure.
What a take by Richard.
Oh, nice.
You know, I think people
Richard
forget
Ellenor.
how dangerous he could be on the court.
Oh, count the basket and the foul. That goes.
What a finish by Ruben Karakulian. He is just one of the bright spots for this Erebuni team. Young player, but he plays at such a mature level, Holly. That's something that not too many of these younger players do.
Yeah, looked great on that play. Beautiful finish. Took it the hole. Got the foul. And at the line, shooting one for the 3-point play.
I really liked his efforts last game against Alvan. He just, like we talked about, youthful, but he just plays at such a high level. He understands the game very well.
Yeah, and he just cut the Kilikia lead to just 1. So 42-41 with 2:12 left here in the first half. Kilikia with the lead and the ball, and they increased the lead to 3 with that inside bucket.
Like we talked about, Alex is one of their bright spots. He is one of their most aggressive players, so he's got to get going.
Oh, look at this. Muscle man, left-handed, does not draw anything, not even the barn. This for Kilikia, puts it back in the hands of Erebuni.
What a shot.
That's a 3-point shot.
Ruben just
And that
doing it
ties the
all.
game, 44 all. 126 left here in the first half. And at
Good.
the other end,
Good defense, but very strong take by Alex. Oh, and a hard foul.
He waited and then boom. Richard Alnoyar, he's hurt, getting up very slowly. He did earn a trip to the free throw line though.
Yeah, looking a little shaken up there. Got hit in the head, it looks like. I know Bogosian. He's not the type of player that would want to do it. He would never want to hurt a player on purpose, but gotta be a little more self-conscious of how you foul a player.
So Richard Alinar will be at the line. And they're down 2, 46-44 with 1 minute and 2 seconds left here in the first half. We'll have 2 shots coming.
I want to give a shout out to one of our sponsors, Albert Alcarian and Associates.
And he gets the first. Cuts the lead to 1.
Richard Almoy is just one of those players I've always had a lot of respect for, but at the same time I've hated playing against him. He's just such a pest, but you know, I respect it, and as a teammate, as a coach, that's somebody I would love to have on my squad any given day.
And he converts his free throws, so 100% from the line on that trip. And that tied up the game with those free throws by Richard. Final minute of the game. And Erebuni had a chance to take the lead before the half and did not. Let's see, actually the refs are going to say they got another chance here. That's going to be Erebuni ball here. With just 43.2 seconds left here in the half. Let's see. Cross court. And nothing but net. So they do get a 3-point edge here before the half. Let's see if they can keep it. 29 seconds left in the half. And that was bad there. Kilikia with another opportunity and a new shot clock. And that's another air ball.
These are tough shots they're taking.
I don't know, they're tired or what? 9 seconds left. Nice passes. Oh. And they are unable to build on that lead. So missed opportunity at the end of the half there for Erebuni. They have the 3-point edge. They just went up on the possession before, 49-46 lead over Kilikia, but they could have built on that 3-point lead. That was just a very bad missed opportunity there.
Yeah, that comes from communication. These guys, it's at least for Erebuni, this is more or less one of their first times playing together. So they're really not that familiar with each other's style and their game. So it's going to take a little bit of time, but I think they're doing a great job nonetheless.
Well, it is a good game, though, 49-46, a close game. Hasn't been the greatest shooting on both sides, but it is a really great contest, 49-46, and we are at the half.
One thing I'm really looking to see here from Kilikia, at least, is being able to convert on these easy points. I feel a lot of times they settle for that 3, Holly, and yeah, it may work, but gotta learn to capitalize.
Most definitely. And I don't know. So I'm looking. You know, I'm brand new to this league. I have a friend of mine, an old teammate of mine. We used to be on the San Diego Waves together 4 years ago. A lot of you familiar with Ivan Dooley, great player up here in the north parts of Los Angeles and Ventura area. And his team looks really good. They are 2-0. They look really good. They've won their games easily by large margins of victory. So you can tell me their name. I think it's Armen or Armena. Armenian?
So
Do you know what I'm talking about? Ivan Dooley's team?
yeah. So
So
that's
they played earlier today.
That's Operon.
Huh?
Ivan Dooley's squad is Operon. Yeah, I was watching
How do
them
you
a little
say
bit.
that again?
Operon.
Operon. Yeah, I'm missing the P. Sorry. I was trying to remember visually. I have a photographic memory back.
No
was
problem.
leaving the P out of that. I knew there was something missing. So,
I am very impressed with the way they've been performing. I'm not familiar with Ivan. I haven't really seen it. I heard of him from the Loot Basketball League, but I never really got a chance to watch him play up until today. And I was very impressed because Academy USA has a very strong squad, but one of the teams to definitely look out for.
So they look good. So and Ivan, people that know him, very tremendous, great shooter, but plays both ends of the floor. Just a great defensive player. And today he was playing a lot of point guard, it looked like. I don't know why, but he's not normally a point guard, but a great shooter, takes it to the hole. He's kind of shifty and nifty, but I didn't really want to talk about him. I want to talk about the team just because I know that they're 2-0. I only know that because I know him, though. So, and I saw his second game today, and I saw the score last week. So they look to be on the top, and they were the #1 power ranking for the AABA coming into today's games after week 1. And then the team that we just saw prior to this game, they look amazing. Artsock.
Yes.
So I would say those two teams right now.
Yeah.
Now you give me your feedback. I know you have a bye today with your team. Who do you look as the top teams in the division here in the league?
So I would like to look at the defending champions, which was Harazdan, which is the first team Operon beat to in the season opener. That was the first thing they beat. I was very impressed that they were able to handle that win. But Operon is very dangerous. They have two very solid basketball players, and they have a core that really works well together because they play in other leagues together. And when you add some pieces here and there, strong pieces, I think that's a recipe for success. Artsock, the game that we watched prior, I think they were very dangerous because they have a lot of experience playing together. But Artsock's issue is, can they stay committed? Can everybody attend every single game? I think that's going to be the key for them. But let's not rule out some of the other strong squads. Avon, which is one of the earlier games we saw today, they easily defeated Armenians. And Armenians is one of those teams where they really work well together, they play together. But again, Avon is one of those squads that they have experience practicing together, playing in outside leagues together. So I think in AABA to have success, you need to have this sense of community, and you have to have this sense of familiarity. And I think if any team is familiar with each other, because if we look at Erebuni, they're not really too familiar with each other. They haven't really played together for that long. Kilikia, on the other hand, they have played together. So I think coming down to crunch time, that will make a difference.
All right, and just like that, that's perfect timing, perfect segue into our second half. As the final second of halftime occurs. So that was perfect timing on your part. I love that.
That was perfect time.
And so we have a 49-46 lead here, 3-point edge.
One thing I would like to point out, I could be wrong, but I just wanted to point this out. Kilikia seems to be in a little bit better basketball shape, and that's not a knock off to Erebuni. That's just because I know Kilikia, they practice together, they play in other leagues together, so I think their longevity might be a beneficiary to them in this game.
We'll have to see, but right now it hasn't been a factor, but the second half is where that tiredness might come into play with them only having one player on their bench. The other team has two, so again, but only a 3-point separation of the two teams here today. And right out of the gates, they shoot a 3, but no good for Erebuni.
Simon Omoyan, one of those number 32, one of those players that, along with Richard, he did play on the Armenian national team. He was a standout at Hoover, very solid big man. Throughout the years, he hasn't played as much, but you know he has the IQ and understanding of the game.
So both teams coming up empty on their first possession of the second half. So this will be the second possession now for Erebuni. All right, the big guy muscling inside, gets the ball to go.
Simon, again, we talked
Simon
about this
Amoyan.
earlier. He's one of those guys, very skilled post player. He just needs to get into a rhythm. Oh, what a move.
I thought he had good rhythm there, backing that up and getting that in the basket, though.
Definitely overshot
He's a
that
big
one.
guy. Oh, I was talking about him on the play before. I thought he did great. Now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, 2 points.
Kilikia getting to a rhythm again, but you don't want to give him any easy looks. For Erebuni, that's way too easy, Holly.
All right, all alone in the corner for 3. That was easy, but didn't go. And here's the big guy again. And no. Kilikia comes away with it. A long range 3, no good. Offensive board. And he's going to go 1-on-2 and gets it to go. A little bit of flair there for number 11. Chris Armenian. That was beautiful. Literally did that 1-on-2.
That was too easy for him.
There were 2 defenders there. I don't think it was that easy. I mean, he
but the defender needs to cut him off at that point. I will use it. That was a great take.
Beautiful flair on the play.
For him, that was easy.
And here he is again. Doesn't get it to go. Easy play at the other end is Gavin Samoyan.
Wide open look.
Oh, 3-pointer is good by Edvin Hamasaraki.
Evan and Chris right now are just carrying the load for this Kilikia squad. If you're Erebuni, you gotta find a way to at least try to settle down one of them. Oh, nice.
Oh, a fake. Oh. That was pretty hard foul. I don't know if you call that a flagrant. I mean, some leagues, I think you could call that a flagrant. Kind of knocked him down while he was in the air and didn't give him a place to fall. Now, here's another interesting thing I've learned about this league that I'm new to. I heard about the technical foul situation that you get fined $100 if you get a technical foul. Is that correct?
Yes, but first I want to give a shout out to Bread and Breakfast, one of our proud sponsors. Like I said earlier, I still need to try their breakfast burritos. I hear they're just fantastic, but I never get a chance to go. But sorry, Holly, back to your point.
No, I like bread and breakfast. I'm hungry right now. I could go for
starving.
bread and breakfast. Is that what it is? Bread and breakfast?
Bread and breakfast,
Not
yes.
bed and breakfast. Bread and breakfast. I can't even say bread and breakfast together. That was hard for me to say. And I'm a professional talker that gets paid to talk. And I can't say bread and breakfast together. I'm hungry. I can have breakfast any time of the day.
I just might go stop by there after the game.
And you should stop by Bread and Breakfast, all of you listening out there. They are one of our proud sponsors to help keep supporting AABA. Try out Bread and Breakfast any time of the day while they're open. We'll have to get their hours to see if they're still open when we leave here. And beautiful play down the middle of the lane. Richard Almoya.
One thing I'm liking from Richard is his communication with his team. He is essentially that coach for them. They are missing their coach right now, but doing great.
Let's see, and yes, at the other end, converting that turnover.
Oh, what a shot. That's not an easy shot to make right off the dribble. That's a European line, close to NBA range too. Simon Amoyan, again, Holly, missing some easy opportunities. I'm not sure if because he's, doesn't have much legs, he's tired. I would not want to mess with him. That's all I will say.
But yeah, if you don't have the legs to get up and jump. You do have to have your legs to jump. But I think he just didn't get enough oomph on that.
It looks like
I
Alec.
call when the big guys, the 7-footers, are soft around the rim. I really hate that. He doesn't really have the height, but he has the bulk, the body.
He is a very physical player, but again, it's just that lift that we talked about. If he has some lifts, he can really do some damage.
Definitely. I agree with that. Another air ball, so maybe these guys are starting to get tired. We said in the second half they might get tired, with having a short bench there. Ooh.
Oh, what?
And a call a charge. The refs call a charge.
Way to sacrifice your body if you're Richard. Again, that's what he's known for. He's so good at cutting out the defender at where they're comfortable, that point blank spot, and just gotta appreciate it.
None of the players agreeing with that from the Kilikia side.
All due respect, that was a great call, great take.
Simon Elmoyan on the bench arguing back and forth with the other players.
Gotta appreciate defending his brother.
It's like, you're out of your mind. So we got an interesting thing here. So number 11 of the yellow team, Kilikia, is asking, can the gray team play without a coach? Because there's no coach there now. So, because there are some different kind of rules. We were talking about the technical rule that I just heard about today, that you get charged to try to keep things good-mannered here and nice, right? And not too rough and tough. That you, for technical, if you get called for technical, you have to, is it $100 fine for technical?
$100 fine for technical, yes.
So I thought that was very, very interesting. And I was also told the funny story that if you, what was it? Oh no. The funny story was that one player, right away after reading those rules when he signed up and agreed to those rules, he said, here's $600. This is for my season because I know I'm going to commit. I might commit a technical.
You wouldn't happen to remember who the player was, huh?
No, because I wasn't aware who it was, but they just told me a guy did that.
I know
literally,
a couple suspects,
that's a
possibly.
True story. I just heard that a couple hours ago. So that was a very interesting rule to this league. But I like it, because then you don't have, or at least if it does happen, you're making somebody pay for it, and I think that helps them control their actions.
Exactly. They're responsible for their own decisions. Nice move. Got him in the air.
Nice.
And a nice mid-range jumper by Alex.
Alex Armenian. Beautiful jumper.
Arthur Garpet trying to control the pace of this Erebuni team a little bit.
I'm still thinking about bread and breakfast right now. Oh, look at the move.
What a rebound by Richard. Really knows how to get to his spots. A little bit sloppy basketball
6 on the
here.
shot clock.
Oh my goodness.
And that was a college 3, a 2-pointer here in this professional game.
Sloppy possession,
60.
and they still found a way to score.
3-pointer, no good. And driving inside the lane, gets the basket and the foul. Going to the line, Alex Armenian. And he just gave his team a 4-point lead, 64-60. He's going to build on that. He'll have a free throw opportunity at the line, shooting 1.
Oh, it's like we talked about earlier. Alex is one of the most, if not the most hardworking player on this Kilikia team. The amount of effort he puts in for his squad is sometimes it's not always shown on the stat sheet. But that's not to say that he can't put it up.
So Alex Aurelian gets a 3-point play and puts his team up by 5, 65-60 with 3:26 2:37 left here in the third quarter.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
move.
nice left-handed move. Number 3, Ruben Karakilan. Probably butchering these names, but gosh, Lee, that was beautiful.
Just gotta love the effort. That's all I gotta say. I just
My effort on the names or the effort on the floor?
both actually. Well, that's a tough shot. Scramble for that ball.
8 on the
Finds
clock.
his hands.
5 on the clock. Oh, nice spin move. Loses it out of bounds with 1 second on the clock. And they are giving him free throws with just 1 second. You hate that as a coach. I know that.
One thing.
To give the other team with just 1 second left on the clock, you hold them all that time, and then you're going to give them free throws for free.
Yeah, I'm not a. You gotta be more
Free
disciplined than
shots
that.
for free when
Gotta
you
be
had the shot clock down to 1 second. So horrible. You just gave 1 point away when you held them all that time. So that free throw, good by Edric Rostomian. And he gets the second. So again, that just increased their lead to 5. So Erebuni down by 5 now, 2.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Letting it fly and getting it good is number 21, Artur Karapetian.
The Armenian Hooper. That's what he's known for in the Valley, known for being called Armenian Hooper through social media, Instagram in particular. I'm glad to see him finally getting a rhythm of things. He can knock it down, but he's got to have confidence and keep taking that shot.
And another foul on the play. So could this put Erebuni in foul trouble later? Because
Karapetian thinks it's a bailout
they
call.
only have 6 guys, remember. And in this league, you fell out with 5 fouls, I believe. If I have that right?
Yes,
I
it
learned that
is
today,
5 fouls.
so.
Yes, it's 5 fouls to get foul out of the league. And especially in this time, you have to be cautious. I just want to give a shout out to one of our proud sponsors, Crypto.com Arena Premium Events. I'll tell you what, it's been a while since I've been to a Laker or a Clipper, or even a Kings game for that matter. Sparks is fun though. I would love to go to a Sparks game soon. They play very fundamental basketball.
Free throw good by Alex Harin. Cuts the lead to 3.
And Kilikia as a
Or
whole,
actually increases the lead to 3, I should say.
Kilikia as a whole did not like that call. But Richard is so great at just absorbing contact and doing a fantastic job of selling it.
Were those stats I just saw flash up on our screen? I saw some stats. I saw fouls and all kinds of stuff. It flashed up on the screen real big right here. You didn't see it? Too far away for me to tell the folks at home the stats. I do like to usually at halftime get statistics. So apologize. First day, week 2 only of the season, and we are sharing a little bit more knowledge than normal about the game in the league just because it is a new season and a lot of new viewers out there. So, as well as myself.
That is
that
the correct
time
call.
the spin move was a travel.
That is the correct call. And remember, European rules, you have to put the ball down first before you make that move.
Yep. And he moved that pivot, so that is a travel violation in any game of basketball. And the basket good, long from outside, number 13. And that ties up the game at 68-68. Does Alec Armenian.
Was a scramble, but somehow finds a way back to Rostomian.
Oh, all alone for 3, no good. Nice turnaround jumper, no good as well. And rebound back over to Erebuni. And he's gonna pull up from the free throw line is good.
Arthur
And that gives
Karapetian.
them the lead, 70-68 in the final minute here. So they hadn't had the lead for a while here.
Arthur Karapetian is so good at, and like we talked about, just getting to his right spots. At that time, nice move.
Step back, no good, off the front of the rim. And nice, getting the ball up ahead to Gavin Shahoyan with the basket there. Puts them up by 4, 72-68, 25 seconds left here in the third quarter.
I'm not a huge fan of that last possession. You want to waste as much clock as you possibly can. Take a better shot than that.
16 seconds left here for Erebuni. With the ball and a 4-point lead, 10 seconds. And from the outside corners, Alec again, no good that time, and a rebound to Kilikia. And they let it fly, no good, and that is the score. Will stay that way, 72-68, with Erebuni on top of Kilikia, 72-68. So 4-point edge going into quarter number 4. We're just about ready to start the fourth quarter here. The referee is waiting. Don't get a delay of game penalty. Kilikia will start with possession to start the fourth quarter here, down by 4 points. Here's Kilikia.
Let's see what they're going to draw up here. If I were them, try to set something up for Arzumani, who's been a little quiet lately.
Shot attempt no good by Ellen Bakosian. Going back the other way for Erebuni. Erebuni outside for 3, no good. Rebound to Kilikia. And he's going to spot up. Spot up and spread the legs 3, no good.
I'm not sure why Karapetian would.
Straight away.
I'm not sure why Karapetian would try to tip the ball like
Edgman with
that.
a long 3, Rostomi. That cuts the Erebuni lead to 1. And Erebuni right back. Puts the lead back up to 3, 74-71 with 9:11 left here in the game. Anybody's game. Just a 3-point difference. Shot attempt no good. Rebound and bringing it up the floor is Edwin Siraki, and he gets it into the hole, coast to coast for Siraki. Makes it a 5-point lead, 76-71, 8:45 left here in the game. And an aggressive move is an offensive move. Offensive foul.
Richard O'Moyen again, Holly.
Well, he's taking it down the lane, but he's got bodies in front of him, which is just kind of stupid to even attempt that because you're going to get called for that. They're standing stationary in the lane, protecting that rim, and you can see that he's committing the offensive foul before he even gets the whistle.
It's anticipation as well. Got to give the defender credit for anticipating where the guy's going to be and cutting him off and absorbing that contact. So, and to be very honest with you, I think Richard's the best when it comes to that.
Good point. That's true.
I don't think anyone in this league has even attempted as many charges as he's had today.
Yeah. And that almost looked like a step. Was that a foul on Archer Karapetian?
You can't leave a shooter wide open like that. They were very lucky
Well,
he
you
missed that
can,
one.
because he didn't come anywhere close on that. That almost looked like
Oh, what acrobatic move! Acrobatic move by Richard Amoyan.
And they're down the middle of the lane, not successful either. As Edric Rostomian missing all of that.
That is a tough pass to make.
And good defense. And does go off of Erebuni, so it's Kilikia ball.
That was a great job by Alex, and just having his hands active and touching the
Oh,
ball.
nice. Nice, nice, nice. So we had Chris zooming into Alex Ramian for the basket, and a 7-point lead, 78-71, with 7:27 left in the game and a timeout. They actually just added a point to the scoreboard. It now says 78-73. Erebuni with the lead.
I think this timeout in a way benefits Erebuni, to be very honest with you, Holly, even though Kilikia is the one that made the timeout. Because essentially you're giving them a breather, you're giving them a chance to regroup, and to maybe draw something up in this timeout. But I have to say, this Kilikia zone is really being effective for them because it's giving them more energy for the longevity of the game. Erebuni, on the other hand, they've been doing a great job, but at some point they will start to tire out, I believe.
All right, 2-possession game here, 7:24 left in the game. 5-point lead for the guys in gray. Erebuni.
Oh, great passing.
Oh, I thought he was going to drive to the basket. Beautiful. How did he get that to go? Artur Carpetania. Wow, that was beautiful. That was my play of the game. I love that. And back at the other end, but no defense there, is number 33 for Kilikia with the scores Siao Kura. And back to a 5-point game with both teams scoring on each end.
Wide open three for Carmine. He can't get it to go.
Oh, a pass out of bounds, but it'll stay Kilikia ball. Kilikia out of bounds, 20 seconds on the shot clock, 6:39 on the game clock. Spotting up for three, no good.
Good box out.
Rebound over to Gavin Shohoyan. And Shohoyan down the middle of the lane, going to kick it out to the corner for three is number 3. It's good. That is good by Ruben Karakilian.
Karakilian just doing a great job knocking down his shots. But what a great find by Shohoyan.
Oh, and great defense. Very dangerous play by Sue. Keep running into the net a little.
Sion
Erebuni ball,
works
but
very
great
hard.
to stop the quick fast break of Erebuni.
Oh,
They got
what
a
a move.
lot of spin moves in this game, and that one by Richard Alinoyer.
Richard again just doing everything on both ends of the floor. What a game he's had.
And up high for that rebound is Edwin Hermer Saraki. Be a side out to Erebuni. And look at that. Look at the scoreboard. Is that right? 85-75, a 10-point lead all of a sudden.
Erebuni is taking good quality shots.
Woo!
And another
Three
good quality
for
shot over
Gavin.
there.
But they're making it at that end and allowing these really easy plays at the other end.
Holly, it's very
And-
simple. A guy gets some stops. You know,
So Edwin Hamasaraki, let's give him credit first and then explain to me why that's happening.
Evan is very great at off-ball movement. He knows where he needs to be on the court. But that's also partially laziness on Erebuni's side defensively. But again, this is a young Kilikia team. I think they will continue to push the ball.
And Edwin Hamasaraki pushes the ball over to his team out. It'll be a side out. Kilikia. So Kilikia with the ball. 15 on the shot clock. And they are down by 11. 4:56 left here in the game.
Great defense by Karakuli.
Great pull-up is
what a
just
finish.
a wonderful play by Alex Zakurian.
And a timeout for Erebuni. And looks like Gavin Shagorian looks a little shaken up, Holly. Holding on to his, I believe he was holding on to his wrist.
Oh, that's not good news.
Yeah, you can see he looks a little down. I'm not sure if he's just tired or hurt, but it looked like he was holding on to his hand. Hopefully nothing too serious.
I hope not, because we just got 4:42 left of the game, and it's a 9-point game.
There's still plenty of time.
But this is anybody's game still, so.
If I'm Kilikia,
Another basket, it's a 2-possession game, so.
If I'm Kilikia, I'll possibly consider going into a man-to-man, because right now, Erebuni has figured out the zone, and maybe change some things up. You can match up with them. You have players that can guard each other, so why not? Why not go man-to-man for a little bit? We talked about strategy in our last game, so I think that really would apply here today.
Exactly. But they do need to bounce back from this 9-point deficit here. Or
Kilikia
commissioner of the league saying, don't argue about play, just challenge it if you want to challenge it. So because that is the cool thing. They have such great video, as you guys can see at home, the beautiful video around the whole world.
And a reminder to folks at home, the challenge, if unsuccessful, you lose a timeout. So the issue with the coach is if you want to use that challenge, but you might need that timeout down the line.
Right.
Is it worth it?
Yeah. So it looks like they're going to just keep going and not challenge, and we'll see if that affects them in the end. Well, the defense getting tighter.
Oh,
and look at, they get a breakaway jam atop. Well, he's going to lay it up instead of the breakaway jam. He's hoping for the breakaway jam. And that was Artur Kapipoitin at the other end.
These easy shots just not falling for them right now, Holly.
Oh.
And if you're Erebuni, you probably look to waste some clock here.
Yeah, Erebuni pulling away with things now. 11-point lead it's opened up to now with just 3:40 left in the game. So starting to lose it just on these last few possessions is Kilikia. Nice find in the corner for 3. No good.
These are good looks. They're just not falling for them. Oh, what a
another
save.
just wonderful defense. So Erebuni is not just settling on the offensive end. They're playing great on the offensive end, but it is coming off of the great defense that they're playing on the other end. And so great aggressiveness that time by number 21, Artur Karapiatin. So
Holly, I just want to say you're doing a fantastic job pronouncing these names.
you said that right when
I'm
I messed up and laughed at myself. You don't say that at that point.
No,
you saw
I'm
me laughing at
serious.
myself.
You're doing a great
I am
job.
laughing
It's not easy.
I am laughing at myself that I have pronounced some of these names about 5 different ways every time. And you guys know that at home. You guys are having fun
You're
with
doing
me
a
too.
great job. Okay, you're doing
But-
great. Don't worry
But
about
I don't
it.
like that you said I'm doing a good job when I actually laughed at myself. You
Oh,
saw me
come
laughing. They
on.
didn't hear me at home laughing, so they might not even know I'm butchering these names. But I was laughing because I realized when it comes out, sometimes it's sounding totally different than how I said his name the other time.
You should have heard the way my middle school teachers will pronounce my last name. Armenian? And I said, you know, sure.
Go with that. But no, you have to correct people. Somebody tried to tell me, one of the players in the previous game, when I got named, because of the games were back to back with only a few minutes in between, I was not able to get pronunciations. I've been doing public address for like 30 some years, and I always go and ask them. I write it how it's pronounced so I can be good and perfect saying it. But I didn't have that opportunity with only 5 minutes in between these two games. So I did a much better job in the first game, the game prior to this. So, but one player was like, oh, that's okay, yeah, however you want to say it. But it's like, no, you know, if you allow one person, I knew a basketball player back east in Ohio that I was listening online. He's a good friend of mine. I knew how to pronounce his first name. But the announcers were pronouncing it wrong. The wrong vowels and everything, and everybody else. And I said, no, it's actually Taishan. So, and they were calling him Taishan for 3 years. I want to pronounce you the right way, tell me. But I did not have time for that, so I do apologize to all you players when you watch your game film and your highlights back. I got you wrong. I'm sorry. I'm brand new to this league, and actually from San Diego down the road, 2.5 hours away, so south of here. So I did know some players in some earlier games, but not these two teams here. And a long distance three, no good. Offensive board, they'll keep possession. And put back off the rebound while he's midair. That was Edric Rostomian with the basket. Erebuni with the 9-point lead. And Kilikia with the rebound, and he's fouled as he comes down.
If I'm Erebuni, I try to have Richard Lemoyne come back into the game as soon as possible. No disrespect, but he's been such an anchor defensively for this team. You got to get him back in there.
They got the basket, they cut it to 9, and now they got the defensive stop over there. So, and get a quick basket here. It goes in. That cuts lead to 7, so they are back in this. They have a chance. 2 minutes and 15 seconds. They just need another defensive stop and another basket at the other end. But you got to have the defensive stop. That's the only way you have a chance, being down 7 with 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. And going baseline, and beautiful bucket by Artur Kaprapetian.
Karapetian is just having a fantastic game. He's just, what a basket.
Nice speed and find underneath. Finding number 33, Sue Cobra. But it's back to a 7-point lead because they allowed the other team to score at the other end prior to this trip down. And the clock is ticking and not on their side. 1:33 left in the game. 3 seconds on the shot clock. The big guy with the fadeaway gets the bucket to go right before the shot clock expired.
Could not have come at a bigger time.
Beautiful bucket by the big guy. And a basket at the other end. And we do got a timeout on the floor with 1:09 left. Erebuni up 94-87.
I want to give a shout out to one of our proud sponsors, Azad Wheels, proud sponsor of AABA basketball.
Thank you.
Ollie's 7-point game, 1 minute to go. Plenty of time, in my opinion, to do some damage, especially stop clock, and you have a few timeouts here and there.
I think it's out of reach right now, only because Erebuni has possession of the ball right now. So look at them collapsing on defense right here. Look at them collapsing on defense. That should leave somebody free down at the other end, and he gets it. And somebody is alone in the corner for 3, but he's going to pull it out and use the clock smartly because they want this victory, and I think they have it. And look at that. Kind of screwed that up.
Acrobatic, but couldn't get it to go.
So 44 seconds left and down by 7. And stepping back for 3. He gets it. Number 34. That was Alex Armenian. You took my roster thinking the game was put away, huh? Let's see.
What a find by Shagoyan to Armenian.
Oh, for 3.
Alec Armenian could
Alec.
not. What a basket.
And no foul on the 3-point.
I don't see the foul there.
There, but 7 seconds and winding down here. It's going to be a 7-point victory for Erebuni. So Erebuni gets the win, 97-90.
What a game we saw here, Holly. Very entertaining. Well fought battle for both squads. But you know, Erebuni at the end of the day had to just take over. Gotta give it to the player of the game, Gavin Shagoyan. 29 points, 10 rebounds.
Wow. Great game he played.
We talked about earlier, one of the few sparks for the game prior to coming in.
And here he comes. We're going to actually talk to him, player of the game.
Gavin, tell us about your performance today. You got 29 points, 10 rebounds, a double-double for today. What do you say about this performance? How was the team's performance? What did you feel overall? Give us your comments.
Oh, well, this is my first game, so I just came in ready to play. I just came in ready to play and with high energy, and that's all.
No, thank you so much. Congratulations, Gavin. Tune in tomorrow, next week for more AABA action.